Greetings to you all, and welcome back to Let's Play the Langrisser, where strategic choices need to be made. We'll shove Aaron at the front because he's a defensive powerhouse, and before we place anyone else anywhere, we're going to go to the equipment screen. Now we see a nice naked Scot there. Well done everyone who spotted that one. We'll make sure we give him something. And a shout out and thank you to Kind-Hearted Gamer. Yes, look at him smiling now for his reference in this video. Well done, good sir. Who pointed out that I could equip Erwin with the plate mail, which gives exactly the same defense as the dragon scale. Then I could leave the menu screen like a fool. And then I could struggle to find the button. There we go. Give the dragon scale to Lester, who cannot equip plate mail. Doing this means that both Erwin and Lester have +4 to their defense instead of +4 for Erwin and +3 for Lester. So thanks for that. Handy tip. And very, very useful for the team. Now then, on to Aaron, who needs to change his weapon to a longbow so we can finally attack at range and become cripplingly weak, 29 attack. Great stuff. And we'll keep him with the plate mail because of a little bug we can't exploit, namely that if you have something already equipped, even if your new class can't equip it, you get to keep it. So he's still wearing the plate mail even though his class can't actually wear it. So, lucky him. We could give him something completely different such as the necklace. That would actually give him some command range because by default the class has 0 command range, but with a plus command range item he actually gets some. But for now, I will keep him with that. Finally, Scott needs to actually hold something. We'll give him a sword, and we'll buy him some plate mail. Because, yes, he can equip it. Alright, great stuff. Scott, you get yourself some plate mail, because I can't be bothered to give you anything fancier than that. Right, so well done. That's the team in good shape. The other stuff for sale in the shop was pretty stock and standard, we've seen it all many times before. Erwin is going to look at his vast array of units and opt for the phalanx, because now Aaron won't be doing much with any kind of units. Well on to Aaron, a quick note about the units we're facing. Wolfmen, we know, are horses. Ogres are soldiers, footmen, whatever you want to call them. Bats are flyers, obviously. Anything else we have to note here? Witches are archers. There we go. And I'm on Hane, so we'll shove Hane there. That will do. He's got those speedy shoes after all. As we'll get him some notices. Which are arranged in a rather curious fashion there. It's alright. Cherie can go at the top. And what troops to get at. Now last time I do believe I said, oh yes, some monsters, we should get Crusaders, wonderful things. I was completely wrong. Crusaders are good against not holy. Crusaders are holy, so they're good against undead and gels for no apparent reason, and demons I do believe, but they're not good against just general monsters. So her best bet is to stick with the bandits. Still a very nice unit, make no mistake, we like the bandits. Keith. He will be going Angels, of course, because Angels are ridiculously overpowered, incredibly good unit, and we'll show him right at the back, same as always. Lester. Now, you may be thinking, we're at a dock. There's got to be Nixie time. But no, we're getting elves. Reason for that is because, yes, there is some water over yonder, but realistically, we're not going to be doing any fighting in the water. All of our fighting is going to be either on the boat or on the dock. So we're going to press the wrong button a couple of times. Then we're going to show him up top there. He shouldn't be that slow because we're outdoors. Aaron's not going to bother with any units, even though he can get phalanx because he's useless now. I've gimped him to no end. So we'll show him there. And Scott will be getting himself his dragoons because they're incredibly good. And he gets to go in the bottom slot all on his own because nobody likes him. He's a big-headed. Well, no, I was going to use a rude word, but I'll just say, fellow. Let us saute and find out why Liana's not in our placement. Here she is, standing on some kind of pier. She wonders how everyone is doing, and that's precisely why she abandoned everyone and just left them. Liana is apparently a sister, level 1, with 19 attack and 17 defense. So the game's missed something out slightly there. Okay, so the place wasn't actually under attack when they got there. It seems they got there. Liana said, I'm going to go stand on the pier for a bit. Everyone said, fine. Okay. And then this giant eyeball came up to her. So this is Esto and Osto, a dragon and a phoenix, who are represented by eyeballs. Those are the two fellows that we have to defeat in this level. And there's a familiar face. If you recall, Egbert wasn't killed, he escaped. So it looks like Egbert's going to be going back to his old plan, which he seems to have completely abandoned as of late. And he's kidnapping Liana. He's doing it for Berza. So Egbert and Berza now going to carry on the job that Egbert, Berza and Bernhardt were doing originally. And Liana's learnt the teleport spell and off she goes. Oh, well played, Esto and Osto. So these seem to be people under Berza's command. Seems odd that he has some monsters under his command. But then again, we saw that woman before who was able to summon up Phoenix and whatnot, so that's not that surprising, I suppose. Nonetheless, we have lost Liana. She's been kidnapped. Just to make things more awkward, we've lost our healer. Which is a bigger deal than it sounds. And it seems these monsters are trying to steal our ship, which is not very nice of them. So we're going to have to kill them all as soon as we can, and take this ship, sail off towards the place we want to go, because presumably that's also where they've taken Liana. On the placement screen, you do have to admit that Aaron is very sad when he gets placed with no units whatsoever. Nobody seems to care that Liana's missing. Nobody's even noticed. Ah, finally a ship. Great. Liana will catch up with us sometime, I guess. No matter where she is, yeah, let's take the ship. The Demon Tribe have their own boats. Alright, we'll just steal that boat, that's fine. This is a dock, a harbour. One would imagine it would have boats of its own, but okay, we'll steal the Demon Tribe ship. Because apparently that Dragon and Phoenix needed a ship in order to get here, because they don't know how to fly, obviously. Still, no acknowledgement that Liana's missing from any of the team. I find this odd. But what can you do? Well, one thing we can do is we can rush to combat. Very slowly. I'm still stuck on the bandits, because the units for Sage aren't brilliant, but the units for the next class it becomes are brilliant. As is everything about that class. It's a wonderful, wonderful class. However, it does mean that this is going to be one of those videos of half story, half move forwards. But we're going to spice up the move forwards by doing this. We're going to stand on a box. Will I open it? No, I just thought I would find out boxes and just leave them be. Gleipnir. Wonderful stuff. You'll get to see what Gleipnir does in a bit. I say in a bit at the next mission. It's an equipable object, so you'll see next time you see the equip screen, which is quite a way away. But you will see, don't worry. That's one of those hidden tiles. It's one that I happen to be aware of. I'm not aware of many. There are far, far more than I've stumbled across in this LP. I'm sure somebody would have a guide somewhere that lists what they all are. So well done to whoever that is. Nice guide. But for now, it's just that standard job of getting everyone into combat, which takes longer than you might imagine because we will have to force our way through narrow staircases. That's partly why Scott's on the bottom, because yeah, the bottom has no staircases, it's nice and open. May as well move Scott now that I'm looking at him. And that's also why Keith is put in the most awkward place imaginable, because he can just fly straight over everything, good old Keith. Now there is something about this level which is, I don't think, said anywhere in the game. So I'm going to just come out and say it now. You're actually on a time limit. We want that boat. They want that boat. They have instructed themselves to speed up the operation and get out quickly on that boat. That means we have to kill all of them before they take their boat. Now the time limit precisely is something like 15, 16 turns, I'm not certain. But there is a time limit. If you fail the time limit, it's not the end of the world and you don't lose. Interestingly enough. If you fail the time limit, then you go, oh, no boat. We'll have to walk. And you walk. But doing that takes you to some different levels that you just meet on the way, I suppose. And presumably it takes longer, maybe they toss in some extra levels that you otherwise wouldn't have to do, things like that. So it's good to get on the boat if you can, but it's not the end of the world if you can't. I suppose that's their justification for not telling you that there's a time limit, because it doesn't matter if you fail it, but still it would have been nice to know. Now I believe that's everyone moved. Yes it is. So let the computer have a turn. I hope it doesn't overrun my video, as has happened before. So it seems Esto and Osto are supposed to return and help these people here. We kind of do that already because our mission objective is to kill Esto and Osto. These guys can't be bothered to wait for their commanding officers to return. They want to take me out their cells. The succubus is getting a little overexcited, but that's kind of characteristic of a succubus. So no complaints there. Vampire Lord says, there's no need to fear them, we can just take them down! And his action is to stay exactly where he is. So, alright. Once again, one of these cases of a commander being bold, but not actually doing anything himself. It seems all of the units are also on a defensive streak. I like this succubus's optimism, but it's unlikely to work against Phalanx. No, apparently it does. One great thing I've just noticed there is that Erwin's bonuses are fixed. He's back to plus 13, plus 9. Those are the standard bonuses for the general class. So that's all fixed. That's wonderful. Somebody told me, and I forget who it was, so apologies for forgetting your name, but post a comment saying, it was me, and I'll say, yes it was, and then everybody will know it was you. But somebody told me that there's a common bug when you achieve your 4th class, that the bonuses stack on top of each other, and that it always fixes itself at the next scenario. So that's good to know, and thanks for whoever told me that. Sorry for forgetting your name. Not sure why the Kraken is sat on top of the ship. Kraken is obviously a C unit. I'm not sure why I missed it when I went over all of the units on the level. But the Kraken is a C unit, as are its monsters it has next to it, which I think are Leviathans. Now we're starting to remember all of this that we heard before, a long time ago, that we completely ignored because, well, we saw a chance to kill Bernhardt, so we went, who cares about the sword, let's kill him. Which was a good plan, really. I mean, Bernhardt was the one trying to release the sword. But it looks like they still don't quite have enough to release the sword, and they've gone back to kidnapping Liana. I see a pattern. I see some hints towards storyline there. Anyway, I could play out this next turn. But I think we'll be pushing it for time. We'll certainly be pushing it for time. I'll just move some people forwards who can't actually act. I'll select a few wrong tiles for comedic value. And, okay, I'll just do charade. Then I will be calling it a video. So hopefully this has been brimming with fun and entertainment for you, watching me move forward and go through dialogue. Well, the dialogue's important, make no mistake. Hopefully you'll join me next time, where we will actually start a bit of combat and a bit of battling. Hopefully, I'll see you then.